We are now today here in the Wild Animal House Retiro. The Wild Animal House Retiro Park was a zoo that is now called Herrero Palacios Architect Gardens. The background of a zoo in Madrid back in 1774, when Charles III ordered the construction of an animal park in the current Cuesta de Moyano, whose lands were part of the Jardines del Buen Retiro.
During the 18th century came wildlife, zoo mainly in Latin America, sent by viceroy and colonial governors, on consist of macaws, toucans, ocelot, pumas, snakes, alligators, monkeys, and even an elephant.
There were polar bears in a pit with a small pond where they bathed. Also, most of the time we spent it wandering around the little room they have, always in the same way, following his steps. They were then hid in summer.
In the late 18th century, the cages were known as the lion's den, containing dangerous animals and were placed forming an octagon in the center of which were herbivores like deer, fallow deer, gazelles, llamas, and ostriches.
Isabel II expanded the campus, providing a second area to herbaceous animals and bullion in Marseille, including a pair of elephants. The female died, and a few months later, the cage was occupied by the elephant Pizarro from a circus.
Now we are going to talk about the different changes in the zoo through the history. As we have seen, it was the year 1774 when Carlos III ordered the construction of a zoo, but it was Fernando VII who moved the facilities to the current zone, ordering the construction of La Leonera, a two-level building that you can still go and visit. The cages for the animals were located in the lower part. Because it was too expensive for the city council, it was decided to transfer the exploitation rights to circus entrepreneur Luis Cabañas. He expanded the list of exposed animals, providing animals for bull-ring fights, as you can see in the image, and he also provided hippos and lions.
The French invasion was a serious setback to the animal wild house. Later, with Fernando VII, in 1830 was expanded and improved facilities. Elizabeth II expanded the campus, providing a second courtyard for herbivores and buying animals in Marseille, including a pair of elephants, which occupied the elephant cage Pizarro from a circus. With the revolution of 1868, the park opened the public for Retiro, and the city took over this management. The public vandalism and maintenance cost forced an auction of surplus animals for make resources and make new acquisitions. Traffickers usually linked to the world of the circus. In 1884, the management was ruinous. The city council gave the operating rights in 1985 to Luis Cabañas, treating animals for circuses.
In 1858, Retiro Park opened to the public and the council took on the role of guarding and keep watching, including the Wild Animal House. In 1884, the public vandalism and maintenance costs forced many animals auction, and his activity was finally sold to a businessman called Luis Cabañas. In 1918, the city council ordered the seizure of El Retiro Park Zoo for termination of contract with Cabañas' family. Despite the death of Suigi, the patriarch of the clan continued his exploitation through his son Josep Cabañas.
On 1918, the city again became the Wild Animal House to terminate the contract with Cabañas' family. The arrival of Cecilio Rodriguez, mayor of the city gardener, conditioned walks and gardens on the Wild Animal House, which had been brought from the Sahara and Guinea. 5 years later, fauna increased with ostriches, zebras, elephants, antelopes, polar bears.
Here, Queen Maria Cristina accompanied Alfonso de Bourbon to see the monkey cage of Peace House in 1913. This photo, which was taken in 1964, shows two polar bears trying to sleep in the saddle. Another attraction of the House of Beads was this big white bird in his cage. We are in the year 1938. The Wild Animal House became so popular that some holidays were reached 200,000 visitors, reaching over 1.5 million visits in 1977. There were more than 550 specimens corresponding to 83 species. On 1972, Mayor of Madrid, Carlos Arias Navarro, finally closed the Wild Animal House in Trías, and the zoo opened the Casa de Campo.
With the improvement of the environment and management of Cecilio Rodriguez in 1953, the Wild Animal House became so popular that some 200,000 holiday visitors, reaching more than 1 million visits in 1977, were achieved. When the zoo was closed finally in 1972, the animals were transferred to the new zoo located in Casa Campo. For this, special cages were built, as we can see in the photo. More than 500 animals and 83 different species were moved.
On April 29th of 2013 was opened on the premises of the old House of Beads a new public library network of the city of Madrid, with the name Eugenio Trías, with House of Retiro. Within it and preserved some original structures, such as bars for the feet was put to the beach from the first floor.
The library, with transparent glass walls, have spaces from different uses, and transparent internal partitions to allow a broader view of the interior. The library has seats for reading and consultation, pods in activity rooms, and internet stations.
We have decided to do this video about the Eugenio Trías library because we came recently with the university and we wanted to know more about the history about the library.